Hello and Minglaba, welcome to Myanmar Today. I'm Henry Zin with the latest news and reports from around Myanmar. Loon brings us a first report on a discussion at the Amyotha Hluttaw to provide electricity in Rakhine. Wellington's coverage on Yangon to have 100% streetlights by 2020. Agajo has the story on Chinese embassy's reception for Teachers' Day. Thoda will report on 2019 Belt and Road Media Community Summit Forum that kicked off in Beijing. Before we get to the reports, let's have a look at some local news. The Ministry of Information and the Embassy of the People's Republic of China jointly organized a new media training and discussion session on Wednesday in Naypyidaw. At the event, Union Minister for Information Dr. Pei Min stressed the importance of switching from traditional media to new media and highlighted the important role of new media in the development of state-owned and private media. The Union Minister said quick dissemination is considered as an important characteristic of media, adding that the new media helps spread news quickly and easily at any given time, without the limitation of audience, boundaries and time. The Union Minister also said to provide accurate news to public, educate and provide clean entertainment are the objectives of the state-owned media, and it will never deviate from those objectives. Union Minister for Natural Resources and Environmental Conservation, Woo Ong-win, who's in New Delhi to attend the 14th session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Convention to Combat Desertification, attended minister-level meeting on Sunday. The meeting focused on exchange of resources, technical skills and experiences among developing countries and ways to promote cooperation among them to tackle land degradation and desertification. The Union Minister then attended the opening ceremony of the high-level segment of the 14th session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Convention to Combat Desertification at the India Expo Centre in New Delhi on Monday. He also joined the roundtable talk entitled Land, Climate and Renewable Energy, and interactive dialogue entitled Healthy Land, Healthy People. On Tuesday, the Union Minister attended the high-level luncheon to launch the Peace Forest Initiative, which aims to support joint rehabilitation of degraded areas in post-conflict settings. A wild elephant was found dead on September 10th, 6 miles from the northern part of Tendabin Village, Tinchan Village Tract, Ngapudor Township of Ayeyarwady Region. A combined team of Ngapudor and Ngayokon Township Police Forces, the Emergency Elephant Rescue Unit (EERU), and village administrators inspected the elephant carcass after they received a report from residents. The female elephant measured 7 feet in height and 6.7 feet in length. Its trunk measured 3.7 feet with a tail of 2 feet. According to the EERU, the elephant is estimated to have died 2 days ago. The regional police is currently conducting a search operation and is inspecting the routes around the village. And that's all with the local news, and we're moving on to our first report. On Wednesday, the second Amyotha Hluttaw 13th regular session, 19th day, took place in Naypyidaw. Following the session, the implementation work of providing electricity in Rakhine State was discussed, and the Deputy Minister for Electricity and Energy presented the electricity coverage areas of Rakhine State and the future plan to meet Rakhine's electricity demand. Our reporter Loom is here with the first coverage of the story.
The second time Amyotha Hluttaw 13 regular session 19th day took place in Naypyidaw on Wednesday, 11 September 2019. Following at the session, Amyotha Hluttaw discussed the implementation work of providing electricity in Rakhine State, which is the basic need for the development. According to Myanmar National Electrification Plan, the electricity supply accounted for 50% will be provided by the end of 2019, and the electricity supply accounted for 100% will be provided by 2030. To achieve the goal, the electricity power plant in Mandalay region is currently underway. As we all believe, electricity is the basic need for the country to be able to run the business, to attract foreign investments, and to provide employment opportunities to the people. With regard to the electricity need in Rakhine State, Do Tuk May from Rakhine State Constituency 11 raised a question to Amyotha Hluttaw on Wednesday. She wanted to know the current implementation process of providing electricity in Rakhine State, since the electricity plays a vital role to improve the socio-economic development and a basic infrastructure.
ပထမဦးစွာရခိုင်ပြည်နယ်မဲဆန္ဒနယ်မှတ်7မှာဒေါ်ထုမေကရခိုင်ပြည်နယ်အတွင်းအခြေခံလိုအပ်ချက်ဖြစ်သည့်လျှက်စစ်ဓာတ်အားကိုအစောလျင်ဆုံးအပြည့်အဝရရှိနိုင်ရေးအတွက်စီမံဆောင်ရွက်မှုအခြေအနေရခိုင်ပြည်နယ်လျှက်စစ်မီရရှိ Master Plan ကိုသိရှိလိုခြင်းနဲ့ဆက်လင်းသည့်မိကွန်းမေးမြန်းဖို့ဖြစ်ပါတယ်
လျှက်စစ်နဲ့စွမ်းရည်ဝန်ကြီးဌာနရဲ့မကြာသေးမီကပြကြချက်အရ2019ခုနှစ်နှစ်ကုန်ကင်မှာ
To attract the foreign investment to the country, getting access to electricity is really important. It is the basic need for each state and region to carry out the development work. So I would like to know when Rakhine State will be fully provided with electricity and how Myanmar is handling the demand of electricity in Rakhine. In Rakhine, due to lack of employment opportunities, many youths go abroad to make their living and support their families. To solve this issue, electricity can be part of the solutions. If there is stable electricity in Rakhine, small businesses such as SME running with the local raw materials will be set up.
With response to Do Tuk May's questions, Deputy Minister for Electricity and Energy, Dr. Tun Nai, explained in detail the current implementation process of providing electricity in Rakhine State.
ရခိုင်ပြည်နယ်ဟာ2014ခုနှစ်ကနေစတင်ကမဟာဓာတ်လိုင်းစနစ်ကနေ
With the national power grid system, the electricity has been provided in Rakhine since 2012. In July 2019, 22 out of 26 towns could access to electricity, which accounted for 85%. And 418 villages out of 3,742 received electricity, which accounted for 11%, and 122,562 households out of 459,772 were able to access to electricity, which accounted for 27%. Moreover, within the fiscal years of 2018, 2019, and 2025 and 2026, the power substations, which holds the capacity of 66 kV and 33 kV, will be built. The total numbers of 33 power substations with 66 kV each will be set up within 390 miles in Rakhine, and the total numbers of 11 power substations with 33 kV each will be set up within 209 miles in Rakhine. So the cost is estimated at 150 billion jets. We are planning to implement the work with the loan from international funding agencies such as JICA, ADB, and the World Bank. So it is expected that we can cover 96% towns and 35% of the villages and 45% of households by 2020 and 2021 fiscal year, and 96% of towns and 86% of villages and 89% of the households by 2025 and 2026 fiscal year.
That's a report on the discussion at the Amyotha Hluttaw to provide electricity in Rakhine State. Stay with us. Williamson brings us a second report, and then we'll check on the stocks and currency exchange rates. Yangon Electricity Supply Corporation, YESC, which held a press conference on Monday, stated that Yangon City will have 100% street light by the end of 2020. YESC also stated that the commercial city of Myanmar should not be dark anymore, but it is time to shine at night as well. For now, according to the guideline by Yangon Region Government, downtown areas and other townships like Laintaya and Dagong townships are given the priority in setting up streetlights. Williamson tells us more.
Yangon is the commercial city of Myanmar, and yet there are very few street lights at night. The commercial city of Myanmar is dark at night, but Yangon Electricity Supply Corporation, which held a press conference on 9th of September, stated that according to the street light project, all the streets in Yangon will have street lights by the end of 2020. For now, YESC has been working on setting up the street lights in the townships such as Laintaya, the Dagong townships, East, North, South, and Saigon. And YESC said that the project to set up street lights in Yangon is one of their essential goals. Speaking at the press conference, Molat, the chairman of YESC, said,
Street light also plays an important role in reducing crimes and makes the rule of law effective. If our street is dark, the criminals can commit crime by taking advantage of dark streets. This is one of the reasons why we give importance to setting up street lights in Yangon. By 31st December 2020, we will complete our project of setting up street lights and achieve the goal of the project by 100%. We will not leave any street without light, not just within the territory of YCDC. We will also work for those areas outside of YCDC areas.
Molat also stated that with the acceleration of setting up streetlights in townships such as Laintaya, the Dagong townships, East, North, South, and Saigon, now many of major roads have streetlights in these townships. 90% of the project has been complete in Laintaya township alone. Molat also explains more.
When it comes to street light project, we give importance to downtown areas along with the main highways, Taojian Yangon Highway, number 3 Main Road, and other major roads. Yangon Region Government has also given us the guideline in street light project to give priority to the townships like Laintaya and the Dagong townships, East, North, Saigon, and South. At the same time, we are also calling tender to complete the project sooner than expected.
Not just the lights in the street, YESC is also aiming to complete the village electrification project in Yangon region. According to the statement released by YESC, by 31st of December 2020, every village in Yangon region will have electricity. YESC, with a budget of 32 billion kyats in the fiscal year of 2018 and 2019, has been implementing the village electrification plan in Yangon region, and it is projected to be completed by the end of 2020. Therefore, 72.39% of the villages in Yangon region have electricity for now. Speaking on the importance of electrifying the villages, Molat also explains.
With the plan to electrifying the villages, we distribute electricity to villages from the national grid. It has always been one of the essential goals by YESC and also Yangon Region Government together with Union Government. For the development of a nation, the role electricity plays is very important. As Yangon is the commercial city of Myanmar, we need to electrify the rural areas in Yangon region as well. If we keep the villages dark, that's because of our failure. Therefore, in order to give light to the rural areas, we are working hard to accomplish soon the village electrification project. In the fiscal year of 2018-2019, we will complete 72% of the project and then 86% of the project will be completed with 2019-2020 fiscal year budget. And by 2010-2021 fiscal year budget. By 2010-2021 fiscal year budget, 100% of the project will be completed.
This is Williamson reporting for MI Radio.
That's a report on Yangon to have 100% street lights by 2020. And here's the information on currency rates from Myanmar Central Bank. $1 is at 1,528 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 214 kyats. 1 euro is at 1,685 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,888 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,107 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 365 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 49 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 21 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,493. Silver is at $18, and Brent crude oil is at $56. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI dropped 500 at 11,500. MTSH remains at 4,400. MCB remains at 8,400. FBB dropped 500 at 25,000. TMH remains at 3,050. You're with MI Radio's Myanmar Today. Go ahead and log on to our website at miradio.com.mm and listen to our radio programs live on the website. If you're on FM, tune in to 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or you can simply download MI Radio app on both iOS and Android devices, so you can listen to our radio programs on the go very conveniently. Alright, I'm going to bring you more reports, so let's check out the next one. Chinese embassy in Myanmar hosted a reception for teachers in Myanmar on Tuesday, and the reception at the Chinese ambassador's residence in Yangon celebrated China's Teachers' Day, which falls on September 10th.
The Chinese embassy in Myanmar hosted a reception for teachers in Myanmar on Tuesday. The reception at Chinese ambassador's residence in Yangon celebrates China's Teachers' Day, which falls on September 10th. China, like Myanmar, has a long tradition of respecting and honoring teachers. The modern Teachers' Day, September 10th, was established as an official holiday that recognizes the important work of China's educators by the Chinese government in 1985. On this day, students alongside the whole community express their appreciation to teachers of all kinds. Teacher representatives from Yangon University of Foreign Languages, Yangon University, Yangon National University of Arts and Culture, and Chinese School joined the reception. Do Nuiklia, counselor of Chinese Embassy in Myanmar, explained,
I have been here in Myanmar for 2 years, and this is the first time the embassy invites teachers over to celebrate the Teachers' Day reception. And we have planned to host a reception like this one in the future as well. The main objective is to honor the teachers. China and Myanmar share the same culture of honoring and respecting teachers. And today is a China's Teachers' Day. China hosts a considerable amount of receptions across China to honor the teachers. That's why we invited the teachers from Myanmar and celebrate this special day with them. This is to boost the mutual understanding between Myanmar and China as well. The embassy will be working with the respective departments in areas such as culture, education, sports, tourism, and more cooperation in public relations. This will help boost the mutual understanding between Myanmar and China, strengthening the Swem-Yo-Paukpo friendship.
Among the teacher participants from various institutions, Dr. Amyotha Hluttaw, professor and head of department of Yangon University's Myanmar department said,
In today's event, teachers who have worked as teachers in China and the teachers who teach the Chinese students learning Myanmar language at the Myanmar Department of Yangon University joined this reception. I worked as the guest professor in China in 2013 for a year. I got invited as a teacher who went and taught in China and who teach the Chinese students here in Myanmar. The respect that Chinese students and Myanmar students express towards the teachers is pretty much the same. They respect, honor, and admire teachers. China marks China's Teachers' Day, which is not that far from World Teachers' Day. When I was back in China, the Chinese students would bring a gift or a snacks, or they would send me wishes on WeChat on that day. Moreover, in 2014, when I came back to Myanmar, the students still send me wishes on the Teachers' Day, wishing good health and happiness. They would do so in Myanmar language they have learned. Also, students who study Myanmar in Yangon University also send their wishes despite that they are back in China.
Teaching is one of the most historically respected professions in China, and the festive date offers an opportunity for all to thank their teachers. Among the teachers present at the reception, Dr. Ji Xuan, rector of Yangon University of Foreign Languages, commented,
Over my tenure in Yangon, this is the first time the embassy hosts reception for the teachers. This is the same culture in both countries. As China celebrates Teachers' Day on September 10, Myanmar also has the homage paying ceremony for the teachers before the academic year ends. This is to convey the expression of respect and honor the teachers.
About 100 participants joined Teachers' Day reception hosted by Chinese Embassy in Myanmar.
That's a report on Chinese Embassy's reception for Teachers' Day. Well, here's the last report on 2019 Belt and Road Media Community Summit Forum that kicked off in Beijing. 2019 Belt and Road Media Community Summit Forum kicked off in Beijing on Tuesday. Our reporter Thora, who's in Beijing, joined the forum to learn more about the Belt and Road media community and their purposes. Here's her report.
Hello everyone, this is your reporter Thora, reporting you from MI Radio. China hosted the 2019 Belt and Road Media Community Summit Forum in Beijing on this Tuesday. More than 400 participants from 44 countries along the Belt and Road Initiative joined the forum. The event took place at Dao Thai State Guest House located in Beijing. This whole-day forum consists of launching ceremony of the First Council, annual work report release, project signing ceremony, awarding ceremony, think tank meetings, and cooperation seminars. The forum is jointly hosted by China Media Group and Belt and Road Media Community to enhance the media cooperations between Belt and Road countries and reinforce the foundation, communication, and expand the community's influence. This Belt and Road Media Community Summit Forum was started hosting in 2016, and this is the third year for the forum. The event started with the welcoming speech of Mr. Wen Xiaohui, Deputy Minister of Publicity, Ministry of Central Committee of the Communist Party of China. During the speech, he mentioned that the Belt and Road Media community plays the role of cooperation platform, and they will innovate the way they work together and expand the areas that they work together, and also improve the quality of the cooperation so as to improve the positive and good voices along the Belt and Road Initiative. The program continued with a speech of the representatives from Algeria and Argentina, where they talk about the essence and importance of media cooperations along the Belt and Road Initiative for connecting the different parts of the world. After that, the first council of the Belt and Road Media Community was launched with announcing the chairman and deputy chairman of the new council. Then the council gave the certificates of appreciations to the representatives of news media organizations from 29 different countries, including the Skynet Media, which represent from Myanmar. The forum continued to other cooperation announcements and awarding ceremony for the evaluation result of Golden Ribbon International Co-Production Project, Today's Silk Road in My Eyes. The Belt and Road Media Community was initiated by China International Television Corporation in August 2016 as a film and television media alliance promoting the BRI stories. It now has 130 member institutions, including television and radio broadcasting organizations, film and TV producers and distributors, video websites, and social media platforms from 58 countries around the world. After that, the whole evening continued with the Belt and Road News Alliance (BRNA) General Assembly and other think tank meetings and discussions. Okay, so that's all about the 2019 Belt and Road Media Community Summit Forum, which was hosted in Beijing. This is your reporter Dora reporting you from MI Radio, and see you again.
That's all the reports we have for today. Well, we have a few more international news for you here before we say goodbye. Let's see what we have here. In a recent interview, British think tank researcher Adam Gary emphasized the significance of the one country, two systems model of Hong Kong and also condemned the rioters' act of destroying the city and destroying national flags and emblems. Let's have a look at the video.
Well, the rioters in the streets in Hong Kong have only made the one country, two systems model endangered through their actions, because prior to that, it was functioning quite successfully. It was a model that allowed Hong Kong to maintain its unique characteristics while being part of the world's second largest economy, which frankly, any region in the world would want to take part in. It's frankly absurd that any part of a large economy would want to separate itself from that kind of opportunity. And yet there are some people in the UK government, not ordinary people, but in the government and in the parliament, who somehow think that Britain still has a special role to play in Hong Kong. This, however, runs contrary to the letter of the law, and it runs contrary to logic. Hong Kong is a part of China, and it's been returned to China since 1997. That's quite a few years. Hong Kong is part of China in the same way that the Isle of Wight is part of the United Kingdom, and no one in Britain would want China to tell the Isle of Wight off the coast of southern England what should be going on there, and no one in China wants Britain to tell them what to do. They want partnership, people want mutual respect, and people want mutual opportunity. So I think it's very unfortunate that a sort of post-colonial attitude among some people hasn't yet given way to one of cooperation. There's something very wrong if people are destroying flags and destroying the seals of state. One could only imagine what would happen, let's say, if a mob broke into the US Congress and defaced the seal of the United States. There's something very wrong with that kind of lawlessness. So I think that the law-abiding and patriotic and intelligent young people of Hong Kong, which is the vast majority of the young people, let's not let the rioters give the majority of people a bad name. They need to simply say enough is enough. We want to work to improve our city. We want to improve our country. We want to be proud of our city and proud of our country, and we want no part in this violence.
Well, that's all we have on Myanmar Today. Catch the show on MITV every evening, Monday to Friday at 8:30. You can also join me on MI Radio from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 to 1:30 p.m., and from 7:30 to 8 in the evening. Don't forget to drop your comments and messages on our Facebook posts. We'll be back with more news and reports. Thank you for joining us. I am Henry Zin. Have a great day, everyone.